Is this a bird? This is a plane? No, it's Superman. The Superman franchise is one of the longest running, and today we will remember every Superman who has ever appeared on the screen. The first Superman was Kirk Elin. The series about the Man of Steel was released in 1948. Superman comes to Earth as a child and grows up to be his home's first superhero, with his first major challenge being to oppose the Spider Lady. The film looks great for its age. The authors often use animation to show Superman's superpowers. To summarize, we can say that although the first film did not become a cult film, it was with it that this long story began.
Superman!
2 years later, a continuation of the series was released, and it does not have much difference. Except this time, Superman met his arch-enemy Lex Luthor.
Save your time and ammunition, Benson.
George Reeves was next cast as Superman. The film did not receive high ratings, but 3 years later a sequel was released, which was also not very popular with the audience.
Excuse me. That's a bad outfit.
And now we come to the cult film that has gone down in history as the progenitor of all subsequent incarnations of Superman on TV. For many, Christopher Reeve is the ideal Superman. Yes, the graphics are already outdated, but the plot and atmosphere are simply excellent. An ideal retro film, which still looks good. Christopher Reeve looks like real justice. He is polite, well-mannered, and looking at him, you want to get up and go fight crime. The perfect superhero. I don't even know what to say about this. This is simply a masterpiece. Christopher Reeve was Superman for almost 10 years. Unfortunately, we can't say that all the films were good, but that only meant one thing. The world needed a new Superman. It was Dean Cain. This TV show tells more about the ordinary life of Clark and Lois. The series has very cool visuals, and since I was just born at that time, I can't say much about it. But I know that many people really love this particular Superman. Write in the comments if you watched it.
How about this? Is this normal?
But the next Superman is the main reason why I fell in love with the DC universe. Smallville was released in 2002. He showed us more than just Clark's development as a hero from a very young age. He also gave us the stories of many characters from DC. And yes, this Lex Luthor has punished my heart forever. It's a really cool time. After all, even the visual effects looked better then than in the last season of The Flash. Let me tell you a fun fact. In my country, the original title was localized and translated. If you look at it again, it sounds like this: Smallville Secrets. I don't know why they did this. In 2005, a film was released that is a continuation of the 1978 Superman. He ignores films that come after the second one. The main role was played by Brandon Routh. This film turned out to be very strange. Many simply did not understand him, especially those who did not watch the old films. The film has very little action and a lot of deep meaning, but this has a very bad effect on the film because it is Superman, and the audience wants spectacle. As a result, the film received a lot of negative reviews, and the project was closed.
The only way to know how strong is to keep testing your limits.
In 2013, a new film about Superman was released, and many fans consider Henry Cavill to be the best Superman at the moment. The film turned out to be very spectacular and epic. Beautiful effects, a lot of destruction, superhuman battles, and an excellent soundtrack. All this made the film not just successful, but the beginning of the DC cinematic universe. In 2016, a TV show in the Flash universe was released. Initially, Superman was only mentioned in some episodes, but in subsequent seasons, he appeared on screen. The role was played by Tyler Hoechlin. In general, the Arrow and Flash universe has given us a huge number of DC heroes, and even a few Supermen. The massive crossover, Crisis on Infinite Earths, featured a new Superman, Brendan Routh's Superman, and Tom Welling returned to the role for a small cameo. Although the Battle of Supermen looks very cheap, it was nice to see old characters and find out how their fates turned out.
You don't understand. I understand.
Meanwhile, the DC Cinematic Universe continues to develop, but it does it very slowly. The movie Batman v Superman is coming out, and although it turned out to be epic and beautiful, the plot of the movie was average. In Justice League, we saw Superman in the strangest way possible. The film was sent for reshoots. Henry Cavill was filming Mission Impossible and couldn't shave his mustache. As a result, they were removed using graphics. It turned out very strange, and it looks ridiculous. The film itself received many negative reviews. We got a small cameo in Shazam. In 2020, the same crisis is emerging in the Bacon Lands. And a year later, the Snyder Cut of Justice League. And a small cameo, which turned out to be completely useless because the DC Cinematic Universe will be restarted. In the recently released Flash, we also saw the Henry Cavill, as well as Kirk Elia and Christopher Reeves. And to be honest, at this moment, I got goosebumps. And now the DC Cinematic Universe has come to an end. Perhaps a cameo in Aquaman awaits us, but I very much doubt it. Now all that remains is to wait for the new Superman, whose role will be played by David Corenswet. Write in the comments which Superman you like best, and don't forget to rate the video and subscribe to the channel.